Yeah, this is the complaint we hear the most from families. The number one question in the hospital is when will the doctor be here? It's asked every single day. It's not just nice to know that answer, it leads to better outcomes when you know it. We know that when the nurse knows the answer to that question and they are able to join the doctor at the bedside for rounds, medical errors drop by 40%. Just eliminating that telephone game by being in the room at the same time improves health outcomes, just in that single example. So we knew people cared about this. They wanted to solve it. And they've just said we had given up on a solution until we saw what Q rounds could do.
Okay, well, now I'm dying to know. How did you solve this problem?
So I had the Great Clips experience. I met with a colleague at the University of Minnesota. I'm a professor there, and he's a professor in electrical and computer engineering. We met for Korean in Dinkytown, and I said, could you build the Great Clips app for healthcare if we got some funding? So we started with a grant. We got a $5,000 grant to build out a proof of concept. It did not talk to the electronic health record. It was kind of a manual, clunky process, but we knew we were onto something when that process was implemented during Q rounds, excuse me, during COVID. And we had families that weren't able to be at the bedside, physically not allowed to be in the hospital, were now able to join rounds. We had med students that were not allowed in the hospital because there wasn't enough PPE, personal protective equipment. They were now joining and triangulated at the bedside, even with this clunky EHR agnostic thing. And people were saying, you're on to something here. And that's where we did a small fundraise to be able to actually do that EHR integration, partnered with Fairview, and went live there over 2 years ago.